What is the great enlightening being's dedication equally adapting and according to all sentient beings? The enlightening beings accord with whatever roots of goodness they have accumulated. Small roots of goodness, great roots of goodness, extensive roots of goodness, manifold roots of goodness, measureless roots of goodness, various roots of goodness as numerous as atoms, incalculable roots of goodness, boundless roots of goodness, inconceivable roots of goodness, immeasurable roots of goodness of the sphere of Buddhahood, roots of goodness of the sphere of the teaching, roots of goodness of the sphere of the religious community, roots of goodness of the sphere of teachers, roots of goodness of the spheres of all sentient beings. Roots of goodness of the sphere of skill and means, roots of goodness of the sphere of cultivation of good states of mind, internal roots of goodness, external roots of goodness of the sphere of boundless aids to the fostering of enlightenment, roots of goodness of diligently cultivating universal relinquishment, roots of goodness of establishing supreme determination and ultimately keeping pure precepts, roots of goodness of equanimously enduring all, roots of goodness of constant, unregressing perseverance, roots of goodness of entering innumerable concentrations by great skill and means, roots of goodness of skillful analysis by knowledge and wisdom, roots of goodness of knowing the differences in mental patterns of all sentient beings, and roots of goodness of universally protecting and nurturing all worlds. Great enlightening beings cultivate and live by these roots of goodness, entering into them, absorbing them, accumulating them, fully developing them. Their awareness and understanding clear, they demonstrate and put them into action. Then they attain forbearance, close the doors of the courses of misery, skillfully embody roots of goodness, bear themselves with complete dignity, get rid of delusion and fulfill correct action. They are capable of being vessels of the Buddha's teaching and can be fertile fields of blessings and virtue for sentient beings. In the care of the Buddhas, they develop the roots of goodness of Buddhahood and live by the vows of Buddhas and carry out the works of the Buddhas. Their minds attain freedom equal to the Buddhas of past, present, and future. They proceed to the site of Buddha's enlightenment, plunge into the power of the enlightened, and are endowed with the marks of Buddhas. Transcending all worlds, they do not desire birth in a heaven, do not covet wealth and pleasure, and do not cling to activities. Dedicating all roots of goodness, they are minds of virtue for sentient beings. Abiding in the ultimate path, they envelop all. They remove sentient beings from the paths of delusion and cause them to live by all good principles. They reach all realms, uninterrupted and inexhaustible, opening the gates of omniscient enlightenment, setting up the banner of knowledge, clarifying the great path, able to show it to all worldlings, causing them to get rid of impurity. Their minds well trained, they are born in the house of the enlightened and purify their Buddha nature. Replete with virtuous qualities, they are great fields of blessings, a refuge for the world. They firmly stabilize sentient beings, purifying them all, diligently cultivating all roots of goodness. When great enlightening beings cultivate roots of goodness by the power of pure determination for enlightenment, they think in these terms. These roots of goodness are accumulated by the aspiration for enlightenment, thought of by the aspiration for enlightenment, initiated by the aspiration for enlightenment, willed by the aspiration for enlightenment, caused to grow by the aspiration for enlightenment. They are all due to pity for all sentient beings. They are for the quest of knowledge of all ways of liberation. They are all for the sake of accomplishing the 10 powers of the enlightened. While they thus reflect, their roots of goodness develop further, never regressing. Great enlightening beings also form this thought: may I practice the deeds of enlightening beings forever by these roots of goodness, giving them to all sentient beings, dedicating them all to all sentient beings, including all, excepting none. May they cause countless worlds to be filled with treasures, countless worlds to be filled with raiment, countless worlds to be filled with fine fragrances, countless worlds to be filled with adornments, countless worlds to be filled with infinite jewels, countless worlds to be filled with exquisite flowers, countless worlds to be filled with fine flavorings, countless worlds to be filled with goods, countless worlds to be filled with chairs covered with jeweled screens and spread with fine fabrics, countless worlds to be filled with jeweled crowns variously adorned. Even if one person should be forever coming, seeking, I would give these things unceasingly. And as for one, so would I do for all sentient beings. When enlightening beings give in this way, they have no mind of falsehood or artifice, no mind of seeking or expectation, no desire for name and fame, no regret, no irritating afflictions in their minds. They only develop a mind solely intent on the path of universal knowledge, a mind to give away everything, a mind of pity for sentient beings, a mind to teach and perfect, a mind to cause all to abide in the mind of omniscient knowledge. Great enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way, forever carrying out generous giving.